three major technological shifts that have brought us to where we stand right now. The first being desktop publishing. I mean, this was like, what, the 90s, the mid-90s, right? When you had Photoshop 1.0, right? Yeah. Or the first digital audio workstation, or, stuff like that, right? It'll be long before there was even Premiere where you could do video. Well, video would have been like, oh my God, you can do video on a computer, right? Right.
Yes.
Exactly, right? So
it's like Hollywood stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And it's also very important to remember that these three things were all very optimistic things. Everybody looked forward to it. We thought it would make the world a better place, but it didn't. And that's also equally interesting, right? Well, how come it didn't become a better place after all of these so-called popularized solutions to all intents and purposes, power to the people situation, right? With desktop publishing, okay, amazing. All you need is a personal computer. You don't need all the expensive equipment anymore, right? You can make amazing images at a low cost on your own. Music, likewise, you don't need the big recording studio, the expensive gear and all that stuff you can produce on a computer and then have a Grammy award-winning album, right?
Yeah.
So
it's never been easier to create stuff.
That's right.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's a trajectory, you see, right? It's very good that you mentioned that because it is a line, right? We're going from there, which is the most primitive way to get there. It was fiddly, right? I mean, it sounds great. You got a computer application that can do this, but it's very difficult to do. You're still operating and figuring it out and getting all the workarounds to get good work out was still pretty difficult. There were a lot of limitations. Computers were not powerful.
Yeah.
They were slow, and that sort of stuff, right? And now you're headed into where we are now, which is we are at the bottom of the hockey stick, right? In the curve, right?
Yeah, the S curve, right?
And it's going to be like a Cambrian explosion after this, you know what I mean? Where you've got like AI-driven technologies and what's that going to do and so on, right? So that's a whole other thing. Coming back to this, right? Okay, fine. You can make amazing work on your own low cost. That's the story, right? And that cost is going down and down and down to where we are now.
Yeah.
The speed is also increasing.